Hey guys, it's Josh. This week's video is not going to be terribly in-depth. I'm in the hospital right now. I know I lost 4 guys last week, so I don't really feel, or I guess 2 weeks ago now, I don't really feel comfortable really having someone subbing for me right now. I just don't know if we have anyone to sub, so I didn't want to let the channel down. This week's topic, this week's topic is testosterone. Obviously, I'm on T. I have been on T. It will be 4 years in November. The main things I've really noticed when I first started hormones was my mood. My dose was originally meant to be administered every 2 weeks, and the peaks and the valleys emotionally were too much. Like I would get an immense rush of energy and I'd feel good right after my shot, and then, by day 10-ish of 14, I would become very emotional, very irrational. So I now inject weekly, which has worked out a lot better for me. One of the things that I've always advocated is using testosterone safely, under a doctor's care, following the proper blood work. I believe if you're on testosterone, at the very least, every 6 months, you should really be getting, your levels checked, your liver enzymes checked. Testosterone is known to cause liver problems. I have a very good friend of mine who's been on T probably 8 years, and he did not get his blood test done regularly. He was in college, in a very extensive medical program, and just didn't make the time for it. And then after several years, finally went to go get his things checked and found out he has inoperable cysts on his liver from testosterone. Non-cancerous, but now instead of blood work every 6 months, he has to do blood work and CT scans every 6 months for the rest of his life. It's really important to recognize the dangers of testosterone. It is not just something to give you a beard or make your voice deep. It is a serious drug. For those that are injecting testosterone, one of the really important things to know is that it's in an oil. So testosterone cypionate is what I use. It's oil-based. It's in either sunflower oil, cottonseed oil, whatever. If you inject testosterone into a vein, it can give you a stroke because it's in oil. So what you do is when you put the needle into your flesh, when you stick it in, pull the plunger back just to get an air pocket out. So when you pull the plunger back, as long as there's no blood, then you're safe to inject. When the needle goes in and you pull the plunger, I'm not saying a whole, just a little bit, just pull the plunger back a little bit. And if there's blood that comes up in your needle, then you need to take the needle out and re-inject somewhere else. When you're drawing blood out with your needle, that means that the tip of the needle is in the middle of a vein or an artery. You don't want to inject testosterone there because it can kill you. Simple and plain. It can give you a stroke, it can give you a heart attack, and you can die. Another thing I really advocate is to not get testosterone illegally. I understand that we all want these changes, but we really need to go about it safely. Having a beard is not worth dying over. Having a deeper voice is not worth getting incredibly ill if you get it from a place that's not safe with it. So just really be responsible with your testosterone. because that's super important. When it comes to changes, obviously, I'm hairy all over. My voice has changed. My voice pre-T was actually very high. So my voice has changed tremendously. Your body's going to smell different. Like, every year probably, I have to change deodorants because it stops working for me. Like, I'll notice, hey, I'm a little stinkier than normal. Your appetite's going to be up. Your metabolism's going to be up. Your body's going to reshape itself. So a lot of fat that's normally in female areas like hips is going to reroute itself to more man areas like your abdomen. So that's something, I guess, to look forward to. I had a big gut anyway before, so I wasn't terribly thrilled about having my ass fat moved to my gut. What else? I'm sorry. I am on morphine and dilaudid. And on a series of ridiculously strong antibiotics. So, I'm just a little out of it, so pardon me in my spaciness. My main thing is just to be safe with it. Don't go and get it illegally. Don't share other people's tea. Like, if you know someone that's on tea and has an extra dose somewhere, I'd really rather anyone not do that. Just go about it properly, because it's harmful to your body. If you are obtaining tea illegally, or, excuse me, not by a prescription, and starting and stopping, because let's say someone has a couple of extra shots, and you take a couple of shots, and then you stop because you don't have any more, it's not really going to do any good. Sorry, I thought the nurse was coming in. So, it's just really important to go through the proper channels, go through your doctor, get a prescription, because it's going to hurt you. If you're stopping and starting, it's going to cause you to stop menstruating and then restart menstruating. And then when you restart your period, it's going to be even worse. So it's not worth it to take a shot, because I'm telling you, even if you take 2 months worth of illicit shots, it's not going to give you a beard. It took me a while to grow all this fuzz. It was probably 7 or 8 months on hormones before I had something decent that wasn't just like 7 scraggly hairs and half a chin strap. So, it's just really important to be under a doctor's supervision to go about it the right way. Having a beard is not worth risking your life for. So that is my story. I have noticed, other than the hair and my voice, appetite, like I said, changes. My emotions have changed. I'm a lot quicker to get angry, and I don't cry as much. Now, like, I'll cry at a sad movie or whatever, because I'm not super macho. But I've noticed in situations before, like emotional problems or familial issues, my incision on my armpit is gross. I had surgery a couple weeks ago, so I got a big old whatever. Like before, let's say, before testosterone, if I was upset, if I was having problems in my personal life, I would cry about it. I'm unable to now. It takes a lot to really get me to break down. Where before, you could stare at me wrong and I'd weep for a week. So, I'm much more man-minded. I think about sex a lot more than I ever did. I pretty much think about sex about every 7 seconds, so... But I wanted to thank everyone for watching. I'm sorry my video wasn't, whatever. But, I was just admitted to the hospital a few hours ago, and I just remembered that my video is due. Today is Monday, right now where I am, and I'm going to post this tomorrow on my day Tuesday. And I just realized my video was going to be due Tuesday, and I just felt like it was too short of notice to ask anyone to sub for me. So that's why I'm half-assed trying to pull this together. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you take my advice about being safe with your shots. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to hopefully being able to make a video next week. Namaste.